So anyway, yeah. So number one for me, number one is my relationship with God, my relationship with my faith, my time, my space with him, the tools, like I said, having that talk, prayer with him every single night. Sometimes even throughout the day, I'll have an extra talk with him, reading those devotionals, reading my Bible, listening and singing Christian music, put my headphones on so I don't disturb my husband because he has to go to work real early. And just those songs just uplift me. They recharge my batteries. They uplift my strength, my faith, and my spirit. I love my spiritual life and my spiritual journey, and it is number one key. I couldn't do it without it or be without it. So, and it's a part of my family as well. I'm just like the head of it, the stronger part of it, but they have their own little way too, and then they convene with me as well. So yeah, and then of course my family. The love and support and protection of my family is right up there as well. And man, like I said, I have an amazing husband who loves me to smithereens and who I love to smithereens as well. Neither one of us are perfect. We've all made mistakes, but we've all always had good hearts, always been that, like I said, honest, decent, loving, giving, compassionate, respectful, humble, and kind human beings always. But as human beings, we have made mistakes, never with malice, never with bad intentions, just happens. And we try to correct them and we try to move forward, you know, doing better, moving forward, all this other stuff. So yeah, so right up there with my spiritual relationship with God and my faith and my journey. Like I said, that I've always had since I was a child, but now that I'm older, it's gotten more intense and more deeper and more connected. And I just will never let go of that. And then my family love and support system and protection is so huge and so special that I can't say enough about my husband and my children, and now my beautiful granddaughter Isabella's a help as well. So yeah, so those are the two huge things. And so I see the beauty, the positive, and the hope. But when I get into that really dark hole and that despair, and that pain that's mentally, emotionally, and physical pain, it's fierce. So that's the part that scares me, that if I, if I detached from some reason from family and spiritual journey, which I cannot fathom, but you just never know. So that's the scary part. Will that be enough in a certain moment of despair, of pain? Will that be enough? Will you let go and not be able to come back from it? So that's the scary part. That's what I'm dealing with. But know that I am blessed to have I do not want to get on medication again. I told my daughter that, absolutely not. I've been there, done that. It could help for a minute, but I don't want to be a zombie. I don't want to be numb. I want to deal with it head on, because that's the only way. That's the 99.9% of me surviving this, is to face this head on and to hold on to my family, my spiritual, and God, like my life depended on it, because it does. So I need to depend on that and not medication. I mean, medication is good for a lot of people, and I recommend it if the doctor advises it and recommends it. Him and you know your personal situation, and it might be the best thing you can do is be on medication. So always consult with your doctor and your family and see what your specific situation is. What works for someone may not work for another person. And so every individual is different. Every situation is different. So please consult your doctor on your specific life, your specific situation and journey. This is just my experience, my journey, and what works and doesn't work for me. So yeah, so this video is going on long, and I wanted, like I said, that's why I want to do a series and have it might be even 10 parts, 20 parts, who knows, because mental illness is really something really prevalent, as you know. If you're a YouTuber, constant watcher, we had a van life YouTuber that took her own life, Lee McMillan. I was probably one of her number one fans. I loved her channel with Max and Lee, which is with her ex-boyfriend. For few years traveled the world and did so much, and they were an amazing couple, and I love them individually and I love them as a couple, and we were able to travel through their eyes and see the world and different countries and things with their eyes. And this is what I love. It's like reading. Reading can take you to places you might not physically be able to go, or you might not physically be able to do, but through reading or watching movie or documentaries, whatever, that allows the person to take you with them, even if you can never physically go, but you can travel with them. And that's what I felt like with Max and Lee. And then when the pandemic hit, in the beginning of the pandemic, they broke up, and they went their separate ways, but they maintained their channel together as a platform to jump off into their own channels. They remained best friends. They remained in contact. They had a dog that he actually got when the dog was a baby, when he was on his own. And then when they got together, they raised Aki together. And so they still have their Max and Lee platform, which was, like I said, a platform to jump into their own channels going forward. And they would do some things together, to help that jumping thing going forward in their own. So she did her Life with Lee channel, and he did his Max and Aki. So that was their new separate channels. But Max and Lee was still going. And so I was heartbroken when they broke up, because I thought they just not only were they a beautiful couple, but they were an amazing couple. And they didn't share exactly why they broke up, and it's none of our business. Those are the things you hold sacred. And yeah, so pandemic really weighed a lot on a lot of people. I know it did me, even though I love being at home. I love being at home. I'm a homebody person. I love cooking and eating with my family, watching movies with my family, cuddling up, putting our comfy clothes, our pajamas, watching movies, listening to music together, dancing, playing board games. I've done physical stuff. I've done track in my life. I've been in a dancing group. I was a dancer. I did track. I did so many outside things, but I'm not a rock climber. I don't like playing sports, even though I like watching sports, but I was never that, even though I tried so many different things as a young person. And I like going outside. I like going to lunch or having dinner with my family. I love shopping. Retail therapy is always a great thing. I love getting out and having barbecues. My husband is the most amazing barbecue person. So I love getting out, and we're either chit-chatting or listening to music while he's cooking barbecue, and we have some drinks or some, stuff like that, just being outside together and getting that fresh air and seeing nature is always a beautiful thing. So I do love doing things outside, but I'm just love being at home. That's where my peace, my love, my peace is, my serenity. Everything that I love is there. I'm comfy there. I feel safe being at home. So that's just me. But my knees are killing me on this pillow. Oh my God. But anyway, I wanted to show you some tools on things, another part of things that help me. Like I said, number one, God, my faith, my spiritual connection and journey. The other one, like I said, my family, my husband, my children, and their love and support and protection. And then I have physical tools that help me, that have always been very helpful. Sometimes it depends on how severe your depression is or how far the dark hole is. Sometimes these things might not be enough, but at least you gotta give it a chance. You gotta give it a try. And then if that doesn't work, then you lean on to everything else you have or anything else you have, but you give certain things that you love. Like I love reading devotionals. I love doing my journals. Like I said, it's something I've done since I was a kid, but they call them diaries. So I always have that. And so I wanted to show you that. But I don't know if I'll add it to this video, because this video is really long as it is, or this will be a part of the second part of this series. So I'm going to stop the clip here and then do this one right now, but I'll see if I'll have enough time to add it to this part one, or if this will be in part two. So I'm going to stop the clip and then do it again. So excuse me. I wanted to be really in my most natural form when I did this video. If I was dressed and glammed up, okay, good. If I wasn't, good. I wasn't going to be like, oh my God, I don't have no makeup on. I'm still in my pajamas. Oh my God, I can't do this video. No, because the whole point of this video is to speak from my heart and my soul. This is mental illness. This is depression. This is anxiety. So this is the way you caught me now. Look at me, my little gray hairs. I only have gray hairs on the side. You don't see that on this side, but I don't have it anywhere else. So I have to do something because gray hairs are really rebellious. So anyway, so there'll be some parts of this series that I'll be showered and have my makeup on and looking good. And then you'll see these good morning times or good evening times where I'm just in my comfy, no makeup kind of form. So anyway, just to prepare for like, oh my gosh, she has no makeup. What's wrong with her? She is really depressed. So no, people can be depressed and look good. You know, that has nothing to do with, they could look so good and look like they have it all together and they don't. So nobody knows what somebody is going through. So be kind to everyone. Check in on your family, check in on your friends. Even if you think, God, my friend, she's the strongest person I know. She can tackle anything. She could survive anything. I'm the one that's down. You know, I'm the one that wouldn't survive it. No. Check in on all your family and friends, even if they look strong, even if they look like they have it together. Just check in. Hi, how you doing? Just wanted to check in. Do you want to have some lunch together? Do you want to have some dinner? Do you want to watch a movie together? Do you just want to talk? You know, have time for some chit chat. You know, nothing like a girl chit chat or a friendship chit chat, because it could be a guy as well. So be kind to everyone. Check in on your family and friends, no matter how strong you think they are or how much they have it together. So let me show you some tools that work for me. So the one thing that I was telling you about was journaling. Like I said, and I'm going to repeat this probably a million times, I've been doing this since I was little. It was called diaries. When I went to junior high school, they changed it to journals, but you could call it how you want it. I do call it journals now, but I do have that fond memory of diaries. And then I remember my diaries had a little lock on it so nobody could see it, because everybody thought it was a book to put your secrets in, when it was really a book just to express yourself and, you know, yeah, put your memories in there. So I just got this journal at Ross. I got it for $3.99. It's a value of $7. It's Fine Life Products. Right there, so it's a journal. And what I liked about this journal, of course, as you know me, pink. Pink and purple, my favorite colors, can you tell? I love that it was pink, yes. I love the floral design. But more importantly, I love this. I wanted a journal that wasn't just open and shut. And, I wanted it to have a closure to it, whether it was a magnetic closure, a snap, whatever. So this one's like a snap. So that's what I liked about it. It's just a normal line page book in the inside, but I like it because sometimes I like a sketchy kind of journal, not often, because I can draw my feelings on there. I'm not a drawer or artist, but I can kind of like draw kind of like what I'm feeling, whether it's positive or negative. And I could still do that with this, but it just looks kind of nicer on a sketchy pad. But most of my journals are lined, and I like it because sometimes when you're writing your feelings or expressing, like one teacher said when I was in high school, she goes, "You're going to be a writer." And I'm like, "What would make you say that?" She said, because when you write, because she would have us do journals in junior high school, and she would review them at the end of the day. And she said, because you write with your heart. You're writing your feelings, your expressions, you're writing with your heart, that sometimes you'll find yourself writing so fast and it'll get crooked because you're writing from something deep within. And she's right. I love write. I have a book that I started years ago when my mother passed away about that whole journey that I went on with suicide and my mom's life story, trying to put it all together. And then I got writer's block, and then I couldn't finish it. And then I can't find it. It was on a certain computer. Now I can't find it. So I would have to completely restart it again. So that is my plan, to do that. And it was going to be called Simply My Mommy, because that's what we call her. Spanish culture, we say mommy. We don't say mom. We don't say mom. We can say mama. I didn't. I always said mommy. We don't say mother. We can say this is my mother, but we don't call her mother. So yeah. So anyway, I thought this was a really pretty journal. I've already just started another one, so I probably won't be using this one too soon, because I do want to finish that other one. Or maybe I'll set that one to the side since I just did a few pages. I don't know. I'll see how I feel because I really love this one and I really want to get started with this. And so we'll see what I decide. And I love the look of the other one. That one's a sketchy one. So, but I don't want to start it and then not finish and start another one, and then the dates be all over the place. But I'll see how I'll work it out. I'll go by my feeling, what I'm feeling and what will work and is comfortable for me. But I'm telling you, I'm really excited about writing. And this one, it's only $3.99. I totally recommend Ross for journaling and devotional books. And if you're an artist, any type of art stuff, they have the best stuff and at the best prices. So that's my highly recommendation. I also got this one here, which I love. Again, purple, you can tell, my favorite color. This is a devotional, as you see here, and you know how much I love my devotionals. It's like reading the Bible, but it's advice, it's wisdom, it's inspiration, it's encouragement, and it'll give you the scripture that it's based on. And it talks about God and the connection of God in these certain subjects. So they have books for mothers, books for teens, books for couples, which one of my devotionals that I'm reading at night is for couples. So it's so inspiration and encouraging for our marriage. We've been together 31 years, so obviously we love each other dearly and we have a good marriage. But, you go through things in your marriage that are really tough sometimes, and it takes that love to get you through it, and of course having your connection as a couple with God and your faith. And so so I'm reading that one and another one that's a morning and night one. And so I have one for mothers, one for couples, one for women, just all kinds of subjects that you deal with in your life. So I like this one. It says God is always with me, and I feel like going through the depression that I'm going through, that might really a really good one for me. And of course I opened it up to kind of see what it was about, and I'll show you right now. So this is a zipper one, which I also love. Remember I said the journals, I love them better if they have a closure. Well, this one was a zipper, and that was even more perfect. So I kind of went through some of it. It says January 14th, unseen. We do not look at what we can see right now, the troubles all around us, but we look forward to the joys in heaven, which we have not yet seen. The troubles will soon be over, but the joys to come will last forever. 2 Corinthians 4:18. So every single page, every single subject, they'll give you the scripture that it's based on, and it's just the most inspirational, encouraging, wisdom, Bible reading per se that you can ever get. You can find devotionals online. Like I said, in the stores, I've only seen them in Ross. I'm not for sure about Walmart. I don't think I've seen them in Walmart, but definitely Ross is one to go. It has every subject and book and color, and think of this one as about accomplishment, then God of safety, set apart, tears to joy, good and perfect, the difference, held, where are you? I mean, I could already see, that every subject is going to be encouraging, inspirational, and amazing, and completely helpful to me. Every devotional book is, no matter what it's about, what the subject is. Every devotional, every subject we can all use because we're humans. We have a married life, so ones for couples are great. We're women, so anything for women is great. We're like mothers, so anything mothers. There's a sibling one. We all go through all of those in life pretty much, and so all of it is completely helpful. So I haven't found one devotional book that wouldn't go for me. I just never found that. So yes, I love it. That I love the color, of course. I love all the subjects, which I always do, but this one I felt like these were talking to me, especially going through the depression that I am going through. So it was like it was speaking to me. God was saying, here, I'm sending you a tool, I'm sending you a blessing, I'm saving you, take it. So I did, and the whole zipper part is just amazing, and it's so easy to open the zipper. So so I'm so happy that I got that one. I also got one, like I said, I found this and I felt like God had taken me there. I went to Ross for completely different things. Like I said, I'm revamping my last room, which is the living room. And I was there to get pillows and throws and my nightstands, my new side tables and lamps and stuff. And I said, oh, let me just check the devotion out, because I always check it while I'm there, just see what new books and devotionals they have and what new journals they have. If they have any pens, I always like to take a quick look before I leave. I found this one, and I'm telling you, God, it was really speaking to me that day, which was actually yesterday. And like that day, like it was a long time ago. Like I needed to be there and I needed to check the aisle. This one is a beautiful book. I love blue. Blue is a pretty color. It's not my favorite color, but I definitely love blue. Of course, blue always reminds me of autism because it's the main theme color of autism. But it's just a pretty color. And this, I love the floral print here as well. It says prayers and promises for depression and anxiety. I'm like, oh my God, yes. Can you help me? So it talks about anxiety, blessings, change, which I'm going through a change with my daughter getting married and leaving, delight. I'm skipping through chunks of it, faith, but I'm sure this is grief. Oh my God, identity. So I'm sure this is going to be a very, very extreme helpful too for me going through this depression that I'm going through. So I can't wait to attack that. Usually I do 2 devotionals per year, and I buy a lot and I have them stored up for the next year or two. But it's because it's a 365-day devotional. So you read, it has the date, and I don't know if this one has the date. This one doesn't deal with dates. So this one I can add to any time, read it over and over again. You know, I could do it in, I could add it like I'm doing 2 now, which is kind of a lot, but I don't mind. This is perfect to add the 3rd one to my nightly routine that I'm doing now. With my devotionals. So this will be my 3rd book that I'll read at night, and I really, really need it bad, and I'm looking forward to see how it can help me and how it will change things and get me through this. So I can't wait. I'm going to start it tonight. So yeah, so I could read a bunch of devotionals at night in that same year, but I read them at night before I go to bed. So I try, and I do it kind of with like a flashlight. I have a mini flashlight. You can see it over there. See that light? Right there. It's rechargeable. It's really small, but it has 3 light settings. And so that's the one I use to read these so that I don't disturb my husband. So my husband is that way and he faces that way. This is my side of the bed, so I face that way. So I put it on the lowest setting where it's enough to read it, because I do have reading glasses that I need. It's enough light to read it without disturbing him, even though he doesn't mind. But yeah, so if I read tons of books at night, I'd be there all night, not get sleep, even though it would be so good for my mental, emotional, physical health and my soul. But I try to read as many as I can. Usually, like I said, it's 2 at night, and it's a 365-day. So then I have a collection that I stored up ready for the new 2 or 3 that next year, but this one is not by date, so this one I could incorporate it. So I can't wait to do that. Then I found these 2 books that I thought were really, really cute and are really relaxing and helpful. This one says Be Still and Put Your PJs On, which I love PJs. There's a movie that's called, what is it called? I forgot. I think, oh my God, I even forgot his name. Nicolas Cage, I believe, is in it, and I believe it's Meg Ryan is in it. Don't quote me on that. I forgot what it's called, Angel something, but he plays an angel, and he comes to get the little girl. She dies, and when she's on her way to heaven, he's like, so what was your favorite thing on earth? And she's like, pajamas. And I'm like, amen, sister. I love pajamas. I love pajamas. So I thought this was really, really beautiful, and that would be relaxing and would give me some peace and some peace is probably just the best word. It has 52 restful is another word. That's probably what I was looking for. Restful devotional 52 rest. Oh my God, I can't talk. 52 restful devotions for women. So I thought that was beautiful. You see the pajamas and the slippers, and I thought that was beautiful. I love the pink, soft pink shade in it with colors of gray. So yeah, colors are like the first thing that your eyes attract. So it does make a difference. You always want to get colors that you love, that feel restful and peace. Also colors that are your favorite color. So it attracts the eye first. So definitely makes a difference. But what's important is what's in the inside. So I can't wait to attack that. The troubles away, throw troubles away, paying the bills. We don't have problems with that one, but it's always good to be helpful just in case. Not happy, opposites, awakened by God. That's beautiful. Oh my God, crazy. I can't wait to find out what this is all about. Attack each inspiration, each wisdom and advice. The introduction says, have you ever been in the middle of a long day and whisper to yourself, I am so ready to put my pajamas on? Yes, every day. There's something special about PJs, especially those cute ones with fancy shoes, cupcakes, or coffee mugs. Jammies are an indicator that you're home. Exactly what I've always said. Oh my God, they're like reading my words. Add some fuzzy slippers and feel that comfort of being at ease after an exhausting day. For many of us, rest is something that is almost foreign. It is out of reach on most days. We know better, but we fill our days with enough tasks to keep 6 people busy, and then we wonder why we're tired, grouchy, or don't feel like doing anything. It's time for us to use the common sense God gave us to realize that rest is a good thing and that God designed our bodies to need it. For most of us, that's going to require some changes. Are you ready? It's time for a come to Jesus moment. Oh my God, this is so perfect. Let me put it up here because I'm getting tired of bending down. It's time for a come to Jesus moment. Literally, it's time. I know I said that funny. It's time to come to him for help in learning to say no, for seeking his guidance and what we need to change so our lives are in a better balance. That's what this devotion is all about. Take a few minutes each day and see what God has to say about rest. Discover how all that crazy business is affecting you and those around you. Be still and put your PJs on. It's a good thing. So isn't that a beautiful introduction? So I can't wait to read that one. I don't know. I think these are going to be daytime readers for me. So it'll prepare me for nighttime when I take that shower. You know, I love bubble baths, but I don't take them as often as I should. And maybe I should incorporate that like maybe at least once a week or twice a week at the most. Because we do that, because I do love my showers as well. So yeah, so this one says, be still and take a bubble bath. See what I mean? And I love that soft greens. Look at the candles. Look at that mint green towel. And it says 52 calming devotions for women. This is amazing. I'm so, so happy I found these books. It's going to really be helpful, I hope. Resting, aching bones. Yeah, I know all about that. Calming splashes. Let's see. Beside still waters. Murky waters. Trying to see a few. What now? Yes, I think I said that. At the spa. Oh, that's going to be fun. So, furry friends, stuff like that. So I can't wait. I think, like I said, these are going to be kind of daytime as I'm preparing for the evening books to read. I'm going to attack them both at the same time. I'm going to try the bubble bath thing with maybe a candle. I don't want too many candles. I'm going to kill myself. I have so much respect for candles. I love them. I don't like to get them as gifts. I'm so weird. But I love for myself to buy them whenever I feel the need or the desire to do so. Definitely would probably put one when I take a bubble bath, and you know, I know that that does help relax the mind and the body. So it's definitely something I'm going to incorporate going through this depression. PJs, that's my thing, always has been since I can remember, since I was a kid. I love taking my shower and putting on my PJs, cuddling up with a throw on a blanket. That's always been that way since I was little. Watching movies, you know, we didn't have VHSs or DVDs back then when I was little, but we knew when movies would come on TV, and so we would prepare for them. So yeah, so I can't wait to attack these. Go to your nearest Ross and see if they have them or anything that's close to subjects that are relaxing, restful, and good for you. So I would definitely recommend that. These books were $3.99. By the end of a long day, the circumstances of life may have you feeling overwhelmed. You may find yourself in a situation that is frustrating, discouraging, or maybe it even feels like a little crazy. As you spend time with God, you can experience the quiet reassurance of your wonderful Creator who displays His goodness and blessings in your weakest moments. Let these restful devotions, scriptures, and prayer cause your racing thoughts to be still as you spend the last few minutes of your day unwinding with God. Let His presence bring peace to your mind and heart so you can enjoy a restful sleep and awake with hope for the new day. That is exactly my story. That's my testimony. That's my story, word for word. That's what I'm trying to, that's what I've always done all my life. And it's gotten deeper and bigger as I've gotten older. But especially in these times of depression, this can be more truer. So this is my testimony, word for word. Somebody like took my story and put it in a book, I could swear. So yeah, so these were $3.99 at Ross. The depression anxiety one, which usually devotionals this size are $3.99. Sometimes you'll get a thicker one that may be $4.99 or $5.99, but I've never seen devotionals more than like $5.99. This one is $7.99. So this is the biggest devotional book I've seen. So that's why, like I said, I've never seen any devotionals over $5.99. That is so true. I'm telling you, this is probably the only one that's gone over $5.99. But of course, this is the biggest one I've ever seen. Usually, it's still this size, but just maybe thicker. So maybe thicker, but they're pretty much that size of books. So this is definitely the most biggest one I've seen. It says, never forget that I am with you every day, even to the completion of this age. Matthew 28:20. So yeah. And it'll show you what different Bibles it come from, because you have the King James Version, the New International Version. I love the King James Version. My normal Bible is a King James Version. I've also read the Catholic Bible, but and I've been a Catholic all my life. I was born and raised Catholic, and I'm a Catholic in my present life, and I'm deep into my faith and my church. But I have been like a non-denominational, born again type of Christian church. I was in that for years, and I learned so much from that faith, and I took everything that I learned from that faith and put it together with my Catholic faith, and it's been nothing but a blessing. But I do feel more knowledgeable, more comfortable, even though the Bibles all say the same thing. The wording might vary here and there, but they're all pretty much saying the same thing. But I just feel more comfortable. I feel more knowledgeable in the King James Version. So that's me. It depends on your faith, your religion, and stuff. So I will show you my Bible either real quick or in the next part. But just wanted to show you the latest new tool.